Hey again, guys. What I want to do now is just show you guys how you can kind of automate a lot of your testing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my Netbeans to when I go to run something, it's actually going to upload my files to the server. Then it's actually going to load the web browser to the server. Now we didn't do that on our first go through, so you can do that when you're creating a new project, but even after you've created a new project, you can also do it like this. You can go to Project Properties, and then you can go to your Run configuration. Now, by default, your Run configuration is set up this way to run on a local host. There's no extra configuration things that are there for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to instead pull this thing down and say, well, we're going to run on a remote website. And our choices, we can either use FTP or SFTP. We're going to put in whatever the URL to the folder where this is going to be uploaded to lives. So in my case, I want to make this one be eb.cnawebdev.org, and I'm going to let it kind of live in the PHP Project 1 folder. I'm not going to have any arguments to it to begin with, at least not for right now. And the file I'm looking to be my index file for the thing that starts it up, I get to display here. Next thing I'm going to need to do this is I'm going to need to make a connection. So I get to put in my connection name, and I get to pick the connection type. I'd highly recommend you pick the SFTP type. So at this point, we get to fill in our information. So eb.cna. We're going to put in your username and your password. If you leave your password out, it'll just prompt you for your password at the beginning of the session. Now, right here, this is one thing that you'll see as well. You see there's a private key and a host file key, or a host file that you're going to need. This part's actually important. So when you go to browse for your host file, what you need to do is you need to make a text file that's just called known_hosts. Okay, it can be .text, it's fine. So that's what I'm going to use as my known host file. If you've connected to this before, this will put a key into your file just to say that you're actually connecting to the right spot. If you haven't connected, to it before, it'll kind of put a tag in there to identify the server. If you have connected to it before, when you connect, it'll check to see that the server's tag and that tag match. All right. Password. Now, a lot of times you leave that blank, or you'd use a file here for our purposes. I'm just going to leave it like it is. Now, the other thing we're going to need here is this. This is not going to be correct, the initial directory. So our initial directory, we need to log into our cPanel to find out what it's going to be. It's going to be, in my case, it's going to be /home, /my username, /public_HTML. In your cases, it's going to be /home, and could be a number 5, could be a number 8, /your username, /public_HTML. So just, you want to go there just to check that, to make sure you've got it done right. That's going to be my initial folder for where this is going. And next thing I want to do is I want to test my connection. My connection succeeded. Good. The very first time you go to do this, what you'll find is that you'll get a warning message. I'm actually going to show you that warning message because I'm going to come over here, wrong spot, and I'm just going to remove my line because I've already connected to this system before. So I'm going to remove my line from the known hosts. And now I'm going to do that same thing again. So when I go to test my connection, I'm going to get, this is the authenticate for my particular site. I'm going to say yes. At this point, I'm not going to be prompted for that part again. My connection succeeded. I got everything named. I'm good. I'm going to say OK. Everything else should be good. The only other thing I would do here is whatever my project name is, I would put it in my upload directory. Okay, at this point, we're going to say OK. And then what we'll do is we're going to hit run. Now, I'm going to stop the video now in a second. It's going to prompt me to see, well, what exactly do you want me to upload? I'm going to pick all of it because this is my first upload to this particular location. So I'm going to say upload. And then it's going to take its time doing its thing, uploading all the files. Your initial upload probably takes 15 to 20 minutes. Once you have that first upload done, though, any little changes you make, only the files that have changed on your side will actually get uploaded. So this actually does help you a fair bit in kind of debugging. You don't have to upload everything every single time. So while that does that, I'm going to kind of stop the video now. I'll pick the video up again once we get towards the end of what's happening. At least I hope so. I want to catch the very end of it. So I'll show you what happens at that point in time. Anyway, I'll see you again as we get close to the end of the upload here. Okay, guys. Now, as you can see, the file's just finished uploading, and we should be good. We'll just go through it one more time real quick. So I'll hit play again. It'll give me the option of uploading the files again. I'm gonna just click upload there, and bango. Now you can see a couple of things that are going to come into play right away. So it can't find my index controller. That's ultimately because it doesn't want to be all that, just that. Okay, that's one of the little gotchas. You notice that everything here looks good. The only thing that's a little bit off right now is that my database is not connected. I'm going to go through how to do that now in 1 second. So actually, I'm going to save that for the next video is what I'll do. So that's how to use Cake and Netbeans to upload your stuff. What you can do here over in this projects part is in the run part. You see how it has an index file there? If you leave that blank and you say OK, and then you go to run, they're already all up there, so I don't need to upload them again. You'll see that you'll get to the right spot. So, all right. So that being said, I'm going to stop this video and get ready for the next one. Talk to you all again very soon.